Rue tells us in narration at the start of the episode that she hasn't been doing anything worthwhile since high school. A group of men are helping her get her car unstuck and back on the road somewhere in Chihuahua, Mexico. Until she reaches the border wall, she travels through the desert. Rue tries to drive up the incline after hiring a guy to build a ramp on either side. Sadly, her car's bottom becomes lodged in the top of the wall. After making several fruitless attempts to get forward, Rue chooses to take the bag from the back seat and scale the wall. She is able to safely sprint down the ramp and onto the ground on the other side of the wall despite the fact that things could have quickly gone south. A young girl awakens mom in the morning with a glass of milk after she trudges into Texas on foot during the night. In a barn, she slept. During the pre-meal prayer, she has breakfast with a family who express gratitude to her for publishing a significant piece for her college newspaper. However, with a little assistance from Daisy, one of the family's kids, she is soon back on the road. She takes a Greyhound bus back to California and gets to Lori's place right away. It turns out that Lori owned the car, which is currently on Rue's tab. Rue concludes by sharing some background information on her life after high school. Lori visited her while she was working at a smoke shop to discuss the $43 million she owed her, which is the interest on her $10,000. Lori, however, accepts $100,000. Rue lacks that as well, which makes her a drug mule. After Rue consumes several drug-filled balloons inside a strip club, Faye joined her as a mule after a few runs. It's a risky situation since you could die if a balloon bursts, as occurred to another woman. Before entering the United States, Rue and Faye are halted at the border, and when the drug-sniffing dog encircles their vehicle, they get concerned. However, they return without any problems. Rue is carried inside Lori's home by a man while she produces the fentanyl that was smuggled. According to Rue, Fesco left East Highland and started a company with her cousin following the raid on her home. Faye tells Rue during the night that Wayne's safe contains cash. Rue and Lexi are still friends, which is surprising. While allowing Rue to stay at her flat, Lexi encourages Rue to consider her options for the future. Lexi has been delaying calling Fez, but Rue encourages her to do so. He has been incarcerated for 30 years. In contrast to her sister Cassie, who strives to become well-known on social media, Lexi works for Patty Lance on a primetime soap opera. Nate doesn't respect Cassie's job creating sensuous fetish content and drives a Cybertruck. Taking over his father's company has presented challenges of its own, particularly for the site where he is constructing. Cassie discloses to a pal that she is thinking about posting on OnlyFans in order to increase her income. Maddie, a manager who represents Dylan Reed on the show Lexi works on, is still friends with Lexi. On set, Lexi makes a crucial comment that improves a scenario. When Dylan sees her, she gets delighted. Although Maddie's work may appear glamorous, she is still not as wealthy or influential as her employer. When Rue and Ollie get together for supper, they discuss religion. Rue has been considering religion and faith more since meeting that family in Texas. She decides to believe and read the Bible when he shares some intriguing discoveries with her. The following day, Rue goes to Lori's covert drug manufacturing facility to pick up tablets from Wayne. The man who takes the drugs in the garage lets her enter to use the lavatory while she is delivering the narcotics to Alamo Brown. She encounters a nude woman who begs for assistance fastening her bikini after having difficulty locating the loo. When the wealthy man looks for Rue, he discovers her dancing with some girls. He tries to draw her away, but Alamo intervenes to introduce himself. After sharing a drink, Alamo tells Rue that he owns 5 strip clubs. Rue gives him her shot and says she wants to collaborate with him in one of his clubs. Back to Cassie and Nate's. During a lovely supper, Cassie discusses their impending nuptials and gently introduces the OnlyFans. She refuses to have a small wedding, so she persists despite Nate's refusal to let her. Cassie soon uses what amounts to an ultimatum to wear Nate down. He gets her to promise not to reveal her face in naked pictures. When a girl at Alamo's dies after using Lori's medications, Rue is put in the line of fire. Rue argues that it's not her fault and that she's been on the line with Lori since a high school era. Working with Alamo seemed like a way out to her, like a sign from God. Rue giggles uncontrollably as Alamo shoots a green apple at her head. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more updates. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for more updates.